I stayed up late last night doing this journal entry, and yet I still forgot some stuff. So I'll add that stuff probably at the end, maybe during. Entry number 2, May 22nd, 2017. Last night, after writing my first entry, I microwaved some salmon that I bought at Fred Meyer's a few evenings ago. But it disgusted me, so I threw it out. If I did anything else worth documenting before I hit the sack, I forgot it. It was hot today, so I'm particularly proud of how much I accomplished. I got up at about 9 o'clock. I then went to Jeff's office with 2 pieces of paper. Jeff is the guy who works here at the Estates Hotel, which I moved into a little less than a week and a half ago. I don't know his job title, but he has been all around helpful to me since I moved in. The 2 pieces of paper were 1, a letter telling to whom it may concern my address and having a photocopied photo of me, and 2, a piece of paper with the phone number of a gal named Jennifer Gamble. The letter was from Jeff and had his contact info. I brought it because I'd forgotten its intended purpose. The second item I had, Jeff would call Jennifer Gamble. Jennifer is part of something called the BEST team. They are supposed to help me get SSI, but Jennifer stood me up on an appointment I had with her a week or 2 or so ago. So I wanted to call to make a new appointment. Jeff was busy with another client, and I had an appointment to get to at a place called Cascadia. A counseling session. The appointment was for 10:30 with a gal named Carly. I arrived early. I found out they have Wi-Fi there, which is good, as my smartphone only works on Wi-Fi, and I can't even buy minutes for non-Wi-Fi data usage, even if I did have that kind of dough. The session was brief and stupid, involving something called a self-care wheel. I won't bore you with the details. Upon my return, I was able eventually to talk to Jeff. I forgot to mention, while at Cascadia, I went to Dumpsters at the apartment across the street and found an ashtray and a beer stein or mug with a picture of elves and humans with bad attitudes and the words, "The Adventurers Guild," written on it. Jeff called Jennifer for me. She won't be in until the 24th. I left a message. The letter turned out to be intended to help me get ID. Jeff called the parole office so I could get a check necessary for getting ID. So I went to the parole office with the letter, and they gave me a check and directions to the nearest DMV, but let me know that I would need to get my birth certificate from my room to get ID. So I went home and I got my ID and ended up walking to the DMV instead of taking the bus, which was the original plan, because I missed the bus and there wasn't another one coming for 15 minutes. I did eventually get my interim ID at around 5 o'clock p.m., which may have been closing time, for the DMV. I then went to buy a pack of smokes at the same place as yesterday, and as usual, actually before that, I went to Whole Foods using the Portland streetcar to turn in cans and bottles to get enough money for the smokes. After getting smokes, I went to the library to use the Wi-Fi to upload yesterday's journal entry and some other things. Tumblr failed to let me know that my files were too large and I lost a lot of stuff due to premature deletion. I talked briefly to Lisa Bird, an old friend of mine, and to MWR. After the library, I went home. I ate some of my vanilla Breyers ice cream and later a bowl of my Rice Chex cereal. In the middle of writing this entry, I decided to cook some sausage and found that my pan is gone. I must have left it in the kitchen last night or something. I used my pot instead. It was adequate. So I forgot to mention that when Jeff sent me to the parole office, they weren't available till 2, so I had some time to kill, and that's when I turned in my cans the first time. But it wasn't enough, as I suspected, to get a pack of smokes. Oh, and also, so that was to kill some time as well as to get some money. And so then I went to the parole office the first time, but I'd forgotten my letter. So yeah, yesterday was a long day.